horsepower check on the various bits of equipment we have lying around that I want to use tomorrow. Ooh, that's a little bit close, but I think that looks good. I'm going to stick this in the shed, because why not? And lights. Lights. Engine. I think I serviced that before it started doing anything, and it's down to about 80%. I'm going to need it ready to go tomorrow. So, as I said, horsepower check. Boop. Stuff what we own. The plough. The plough is 180 horsepower, so I think any tractor we have, any tractor we have, that's 225, that's 295, that's 200. So 180 horsepower. Any tractor we have can haul the plough. So this is 200, this is 225. I think I might put the plough on the New Holland, and we'll put the lime spreader on the Massey Ferguson. That's probably the best plan. I didn't check the store sales, so we'll do a quick check down here. See that? 320 horsepower is 8.4 meters. That's a bigger cultivator than we currently have. Oh, hello. Okay, so new stuff. There is an industrial forklift, a header for a sugar beet harvester, a Massey Ferguson 6S, which only goes up to 180 horsepower. So we've grown out of this, and I think the 6620 or whatever it is goes up to 200 horsepower. And then there's one of those, which I think we already have, yes, and a windrower. Tiny, tiny windrower for 2,700. See, if I was starting a new farm, that's a good thing to buy initially. Okay, but right now, it is dark. I'm not inclined to do any work in the dark, so we will sleep till 6 o'clock in the morning because we can. And property income, property maintenance, production costs, yeah, that sort of thing. Let's check our productions. Oat flour, we've still got 25,000 left. Barley, we've still got 163,000 left. We are now storing the flour. So I think it spawned all of the boxes it's going to spawn. And we have been playing this farm for 262 hours. We've used 258,000 litres of fertiliser, 23,000 litres of seed, almost 20,000 litres of fuel. And we've driven 2,000 miles. Yes. So anyway, yes. And we're in our 4th year. We cut down 10 trees. Might be cutting a few more down. So I think what I said was... Well, let's go find that. There's a big giant animal trailer. I don't need one of those. There's olive harvester. Olive harvester, yeah. It says olive there. A rock breaker. Oh no, that's the base game version which doesn't have fuel. Yes, it does. Can't remember if it does maintenance. I don't know. a big, giant, expensive wood chipper. Ooh, there we go. 9.5 metre speed tiller. 45,000. Yeah. And a power harrow of some description, I do believe. Okay. I wanted to check. Let's go there and find Horsch. Because we've gone for a lot of the Horsch stuff. Oh, that's a mulcher. That's a mulcher. That's an 8 metre cultivator. I think we've got the 6. We've got that one. Yeah, going up to that. And 440 horsepower. That's also 8 metres. Only 330 horsepower though. It's a disc harrow. That's a cedar planter thing. Yeah. That's a cedar. That's a planter. That's a weeder. And that's a hoe. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. So what was I saying about that? Is 360 horsepower, which I believe we can pull, and is 9.5 metres. It's 50% bigger than the one we currently have. But the one we currently have can be hauled behind any piece of equipment, whereas 379, only the class would be able to haul that one. That's why I'm kind of holding off on that for a moment, till I can make this tractor bigger. I'm not inclined to get a big cultivator. Anyway, let's. I think I said I was going to put the plough on this, so we will do that. And we'll grab the New Holland and go lime all of the fields we harvested yesterday. It's the best plan. No idea which button to press, so rotate plough, lower plough, fold plough. Button 22, okay, that's another one I'm going to have to look up because I'm never going to remember those. Oh, okay. Don't actually have to remember that one because it's actually the normal fold and unfold button. Okay, turn that off. I'm going to check field prices just as a quick. So I was thinking that field, although not until, oh, that's got so much loam in it. That field is still 55%. These were about plus 60. They're a little bit cheaper now, so they're coming down in price. So it does change, it changes daily. That's covered in lime, that one was just harvested. We'll keep an eye on those. I think they change at midnight, so we'll do what we do with those. And I'm going to take this out. Get the field ploughed. I think this field that hasn't been ploughed, I don't think I had maize in it ever, so I think I forgot to plough it when I bought it, and I didn't notice that it needed to be ploughed until after I'd harvested it the first time, and then by that time I got seed in the ground and it's kind of, oh, it's too late to plough. But right now this field is ready. This is going to be awkward to get into, so I could probably have made the turn by just unfolding the plough so that it was all set. Okay, this is going to be a learning experience. Working with 3.6, multiple tools 1. Headlands will go 4. We'll work on the centre. Headland corners around. Headland direction is clockwise. We'll go longest edge, rows to skip, rows pillar, up and down angle, and bypass round, field margin 0. Generate course. Back, cancel. Back. And it wants me to start at the bottom, so that's exactly what we'll do. Now, one thing, it just occurred to me, this tractor might have some traction issues because, well, it's got narrow tyres on it and he's trying to drag a big giant plough. However, we'll come back and check on it, and what I might do is, because the New Holland has the bigger tyres, I may switch them over later. But for right now, let's see how this works out. And I'm going to go here and make sure we are doing the field that needs ploughed. Okay, we are. Back. I need to make sure that it is ploughing properly. I don't expect it to fail this task. Just because it's courseplay. Workers might have issues sometimes. There's probably a good chance I'm going to have to come back and plough some of the holes as well. So I got field rocks turned off because I just can't be bothered with them. You, I do want. Okay, lime spreader I do believe is over here in the corner. Yay. I will open that just to see. Oh, that's currently defaulting to lime spreading, so no, sorry, nitrogen, fertilizer spreading. I'm going to do this as a lime. Where's the lime stored? Okay, that's the liquid tank, this is the solid tank. Is this one of these annoying, I've got to get out and get back in jobs? Yes. So fill that up with lime. I think I want to buy $20,000 litres of lime is probably enough, and then we need to fill it up the rest of the way. So lime. Now I should be able to look at the help, and it is on auto application. Oh, button 19 is one of those at the top. Button 19 is Strange. Okay. Not sure about that. Oh, it might be a multifunction button. 19 to turn it on when it's unfolded, and 19 to fill it when it's folded. Possibly. Don't know. Well, not worried about that. I'll take this down to the field and get it started. Go, a long line of ploughed ground. That's good. And then it'll be time for some field sculpting. Or at least a little bit. I'm not going to do all of it yet. Squeak. Okay, and of course, clockwise 2 headlands. I'm kind of okay with headlands, round headlands, up and down. Let's go longest edge. Generate. Beep. Back. Cancel thing and go. So I'm going to jump out here. It's doing that. I am going to chop down all these trees. I'm not going to chop down the hedges right now because we still have that other field to do. I now can't see what I'm doing, so I think I'm going to run with a chainsaw. Yes. Don't tell health and safety. I could chop the trees across the top of this field, but kind of okay where they're at the moment. Okay, fall over. Okay, this isn't going to be easy. Wrong button. So, remove bales, remove pallets, remove logs. 5 logs should be 5 stumps. 4 stumps. Okay, whatever. So yeah, eventually I will, or when we've foraged the next field over, I will chop that as well. It's a better angle. It's probably falling on the corner. It's probably not what I want to happen. So I'm not going to expand this field out yet either on this one. Okay, put your face mask on. So he just went by spreading lime like crazy. Okay, that's good for now. Remove logs, yes. Remove stumps, yes. Now if these were spruce trees or fir trees, I would consider the whole, yeah, we'll chop them down, we'll log them, we'll do all of the things, but we don't really have any good trees on this map, at least now, that we could harvest for efficiently for lumber. These don't sit on the back of a trailer, so effectively we're getting someone in. Look, we've got a bunch of trees chopped down, haul the wood away, do with it what you want. I don't care. I have to be very careful not to remove pallets or bales. I don't think I've got any bales on the map actually, but I don't want to remove pallets because that will destroy all of their flour, which would be bad. There's that one there. And another round of clearing out the stuff. Logs, yes. 6 and 7 stumps. Okay, that's good. I might take, as I said, I might take those off as well and then expand the field out towards the road when we buy that one over there. But until I buy that one, yeah, the main drive here will be to combine these two fields together. So I'll need to bring the plough in here and manually plough this field. The other thing I could have done here, there is a sort of a wood destructor device that would chop down the trees and turn it into wood chips at the same time. I used it back on Old Stream Farm in Farm Sim 17. It was a great way to just get rid of all of the overhanging trees around the small fields there. You couldn't even harvest a field because of all the trees that were along the edge of it, even with the smallest harvester. But and it was great because you just drove up to it with the device on the front of a tractor or a truck, and then just I guess we can put that away for now. So how's this field look? pH is great. There are weeds growing in it. That's fine. But yeah, it was just one of those things where I could just drive up to a tree and turn it into wood chips, and then drive the truck over to the wood chip sell point and do that. Okay, try not to trip on the ruts, I guess. Boop, 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 boop. Splat. And that's registering needs plowed. So, okay. I'll take these trees out too. Stuck. And the other problem with making wood chips in this game, there used to be a really tiny chipper. Unfortunately, you couldn't put much through it. Oh, I'm sorry, dear, you're going to have to find somewhere else to live. This is not going to be very hospitable for you. But it was a tiny thing that you could haul behind a pickup truck, and you could just chip up small things. So back in Farm Sim 17, I would, for a hedge like this, if I can find there's the thing, you could chop that off. And now I've got a small piece of wood. I could just throw that in the chipper and make wood chips out of chopping down hedges. And I've completely forgotten who was the map maker who did that first. And it really wasn't cost effective, but because the wood chipper was so small, it wasn't that much of a problem. But in-game wood chippers, if we look at what's available at the store under logging, and I don't know, what are we looking for? Build systems. Oh, I don't have any logging equipment. That's probably why I can't find any. Forestry equipment. That just smashes up trees, I think. Forestry mulcher. I can just mulch up the ground. Actually, I could have used one of those. All things considered. That's 2 meters. That's 2.3 meters. That a tree stump grinder. This thing, 190,000, and it'll make me wood chips. And I need a 200 horsepower tractor, but that's kind of expensive, and wood chips aren't that valuable. That's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. That's a forestry mulcher again. I guess I could have bought a forestry mulcher to just do this. Maybe next time I want to expand a field, I'll take a look at that, because the forestry mulcher might actually turn the ground into arable ground as well, so we don't have to plough between the fields. I must admit, for squaring off fields, what do you call them? A sub